Hello, Scorpio. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. How are you guys? This reading is going to be focusing on love, on life for the first half of November. So that would be from November 1st all the way through the 15th. And it's general as always, Scorpio. It's not going to resonate with every single person tuning in. So please do take from this reading what makes sense for you in your life and your situation and relationship, and let go of what does not resonate with you. If you are interested in a private reading from me, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I will also have a list of all of the card decks that are featured for my readings. All right, Scorpio? So starting off, if you're familiar with my channel, I like to start off with a couple of card decks to offer some focus messages to start off the reading. And if you happen to be new and this is the first time you're tuning in, welcome. So let's go ahead and grab a couple of focus messages. The decks that I chose this time around is When Spirit Speaks. This is by Medium on a Mission by Heather Fallona. And then we'll grab some focus messages from the Angel Answers deck. All right, Scorpio, so let's take a look and see what needs to come through here for the first half of November, which is just around the corner for those who will be celebrating birthdays the latter half of the month. Let's take a look and see how the start of November is going to look for you. So angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. Let's take a look and see what spirit needs to communicate to you at this time. Let me go ahead and fan these guys out, and let's see what I'm gravitating towards. Ooh, look at that. We've got Earth sign energy coming forward here. So Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo with that stable energy. So for some of my Scorpios, the person that might make an impact in your life could certainly be an Earth sign, or you're thinking of an Earth sign for this particular reading. So let's go ahead and grab an additional focus message from the Angel Answers deck for you, Scorpio, to start off this reading, and then let's see what else needs to be communicated for the first half of November. Let me go ahead and fan these guys out. I'm picking this one. Okay, we've got unlikely coming through here. Now, that doesn't have to be a negative, okay? Sometimes when we are wanting something so badly, and if the universe truly feels that there's something else that's way better suited for you, then it's unlikely that you're going to end up getting what you want and end up getting what it is that you need. And sometimes that turns out to be a blessing in disguise. So let's take a look and see how these two focus messages play itself out, Scorpio, for this reading. All right, so I wanted to start with the Divine Masculine card deck by Flames of Alchemy. I've been using this so much lately, but it's really been quite beneficial for my readings, focusing on divine masculine energy as well as divine feminine. So I wanted to incorporate that as well for the first half of November. So this is focusing on divine masculine energy. Okay, it can be male or female, however way this is resonating for your situation, Scorpio. All right, so let's take a look and see, tapping into divine masculine energy, what's coming through here. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio, please. Okay, divine masculine is thinking about intimate moments with the divine feminine, more than likely. From a physical aspect, there's some passion, very passionate connection here, intimate moments that you guys have shared with each other. If you happen to be tapping into the energies of the divine masculine, perhaps you're reminiscent about special times that you've shared with that special somebody. And if you are in separation from this person and you haven't been able to connect in the 3D and remembering those intimate moments, perhaps you are feeling very nostalgic about it and tapping into that sort of energy in the 5D. It's interesting how this is the next card right after intimacy, which is friendship. For some of you, what might have happened here is that you guys moved a little bit too fast. Some of you may have jumped the gun a little bit and ended up getting intimate before you could really develop the relationship and the friendship. It's almost like it went in reverse order. You know, It's like you had sex first and then realize, oh, well, let's get to know each other a little bit better. That type of thing. And again, for some of you, it could be an earth sign that you're thinking about for this reading. Let's see what else. What else for the divine masculine? For Scorpio, angels and spirit guides, please bring it forward for me. Ready for takeoff. My divine masculine is ready for this relationship to start moving, just to get going. And perhaps there hasn't been a whole lot of movement here if the divine feminine isn't ready for things to be moving so quickly, you know, but it's interesting how this is the next card, soulmate. So perhaps the divine masculine is quite aware of the type of connection that this actually is, but it might be taking the divine feminine a little bit longer to get there. But we have a soulmate bond that is being indicated here. Next card is focus. Followed by longing. So what I'm getting from the divine masculine here is that, I'm saying he, but it doesn't have to be, okay? What I'm feeling from the divine masculine is that he might be super focused on this connection. For those of you who are just friends at this time, just know that it is coming forward as a soulmate connection here, or at least that's how the divine masculine is seeing it. And if you guys are in separation, you know, definitely feeling nostalgic and having that desire, that longing to be together. But perhaps it's just not the right time right now. Even though my divine masculine is ready to just get this relationship off the ground. You know, we do have that unlikely card being represented right there. So perhaps the first half of November, it's not going to happen, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to eventually start shifting and moving towards a reconnection here, for those of you especially who are not together. Okay, so let's now grab some messages from the divine feminine energy once again. Whoever is resonating with the divine feminine messages, let's take a look and see for Scorpio what needs to come through here. So angels and spirit guides, please. What needs to come through here for Scorpio, divine feminine energy at this time? Tapping into divine feminine energy for Scorpio, please, angels and spirit guides. Okay, well, we've got a divine feminine who is in that self-absorbed energy. I also have a divine feminine in this space of despair. So on the one hand, I've got a divine feminine who might not be on the same page as the divine masculine, especially if he's more in tune with the type of soulmate bond that he feels this is, and she's too much into herself. There's a lot going on in her life, possibly for some of you guys that are relating to this. And I also have a divine feminine who's in this heavy space. You know, despair is kind of a heavy energy. Her heart might have been broken from a previous relationship, and she's still healing from that and not ready to dive in so quickly into another connection. And so perhaps for now, some of my divine feminines are okay just being friends. But I've got a divine masculine who's being a little bit antsy and just wanting things to move already. You know, he's already thinking of those intimate moments that you guys could share together if that hasn't happened already. But look at this next card. We've got divine masculine energy coming through from the divine feminine deck. So, you know, she's quite aware of his presence, energetically anyway, for those of you guys who are not together. Divine masculine is not too far away from this divine feminine's mind. So this is coming through for some of you who are just in a heavy space in whatever is weighing you down at the moment for my divine feminines. But I've also got others who are tuning in, who are resonating with that divine feminine energy, and you're just all about yourself right now, and that's totally okay if you're not wanting to dive too heavily or too deeply into a relationship with the divine masculine. But there are those of you who might be ready to entertain that once your healing journey has begun, to get you out of that space of despair, feeling like you're defeated and just having to deal with depression or anxiety, and that perhaps for some of you guys, you've had a bit of a rough patch. You know, look at these two pictures here. I've got a divine feminine just in that chair, just down and energetically just tapped out. And I've got this divine masculine just looking at her, just waiting for her to recognize that this has the potential for a soulmate connection. So I feel here that my divine masculine just has to take a step back for a second to give the divine feminine a little bit of space to be able to meet him halfway, to be able to just have that 50-50 type energy where you can both invest in the connection equally. And the next card after divine masculine is divine union. So this is focused on divine feminine right here, this bottom set of cards. And I feel it's going to take a little bit of time for my divine masculine to see results in this connection, but I feel here eventually it will happen. The card after divine union is communication, throat chakra, followed by, look at this, divine feminine. So I feel here that's eventual, that these two people, whoever it is that you represent in this connection, eventually you guys will come together. Because between the divine masculine and divine feminine, I've got a divine union that's represented here, falling right below the soulmate card, and I've got communication falling right below that focus card. So I feel here that my divine masculine is really focused on reaching out, but my divine feminine isn't ready. And right below that longing card is the divine feminine. So I really feel here that it's heavy divine masculine energy coming forward so far, and that he really wants to get this relationship moving. But we've got that friendship card right there. And I feel my divine feminine just needs a little bit more time to start communicating and start talking about taking things to the next level here. The interest is there, but I really feel that some of you guys just need a little bit more time. Just a little bit more time to get there. All right, let's add some Mystic Moon oracles to this. Let me set these guys aside so I have a little bit more room here on my desk. Every time I feel like I ended up getting a larger desk, but it's really still not big enough. Okay, let me move these guys up so hopefully you guys can see that. And then let's grab some Mystic Moon oracles to add to this. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio, please. For the first half of November, what else do we need to know at this time? For my Scorpios. All right, guys, let's see what else needs to come through here. What else, please, for Scorpio? Metamorphosis. That's a good thing because that brings about change. That is going to get things moving in the right direction here, I feel. And it's interesting how it's falling right below self-absorbed for my divine feminines. I feel eventually those of you who are resonating with that will eventually progress out of that type of self-centered type energy and realize that this is what's waiting for you. You know, when you actually focus outside of yourself, there's a lot that's going on around you, especially in regard to love and romance. There is a potential soulmate bond that is being represented here. But for those who are self-absorbed and all about yourselves right now and just focusing on your world and what's going on there, just know that there's something very special that's waiting for you. So welcome those changes in, you know. Let's see what else. We have an observer coming through here. So I feel for sure divine masculine energy from that, because it's my divine masculine who's so focused on making this relationship happen, but it's falling right below friendship and despair. So it's almost like he doesn't really have a whole lot of choices but to just kind of observe the divine feminine from a distance, more than likely on social media. And if he's picking up that she's not in a good place, perhaps he's tapping into that and realizing what's going on in her life, but still really wanting things to progress in regard to this connection. So he doesn't have a whole lot of choice to create movement here if the divine feminine is not quite there yet. But I feel eventually there will be progress towards uniting and opening up lines of communication here. Look at this next card. We've got stuck. Kind of makes sense that for now it is creating that stuck energy because there's not a whole lot of movement, only because you guys are not on the same page quite yet. So it really is picking up off of this energy of that unlikely card, that things are going to be moving this first half of November. But I really feel that that's a temporary energy, and eventually you guys are going to get free from that stuck vibration. Look at the next card. We've got the answer is yes. Yes, falling right below soulmate and divine union. The answer is yes. And my divine feminine just needs to realize what this is. And I feel eventually that will come to pass. It will come to fruition. Be able to manifest this divine union. It's going to take some time, but I feel here that eventually it is going to turn this unlikely into a likely situation, a likely connection. Let's grab another one. What else, please, for Scorpio? We've got pride and ego, and we also have self-worth. Falling right below focus and that throat chakra communication card. Whenever any of the chakra cards come forward in a reading, I feel that there is an imbalance there. And since it is the communication card here for the divine feminine, I feel here that there is an imbalance in communication between the divine masculine and feminine. Somebody is very much in their head still, feeling very prideful, all about their ego right now. That could be some of my divine feminines with the self-absorbed energy there, failing to realize just how special this connection is for now. Self-worth, finding one's self-worth, building up one's self-esteem, finding value in yourself. And for those who are resonating with this despair card, whatever is going on in your life to put you into that space, that heavy space. Some of you guys might be dealing with depression. Some of you might be dealing with anxiety. It's not an easy thing to go through. I get it. I've been through that myself, and it takes time. And, you know, this self-absorbed card doesn't have to be a negative thing, because for those of you who are battling depression and anxiety, that's all that you have the strength to focus on. That's for some of you guys. That encompasses every fiber of your being for now, because it's such a debilitating thing to go through. And I feel for my divine masculines who are picking up off of that, you know, they know what's up. They want things to eventually take off and get going in regard to the connection, but they're willing to wait, I feel. Because this is coming through as a soulmate divine union. It's very special. It's pretty special. All right, let's add some tarot to this. And let's see what else needs to come through here for you, Scorpio? All right, let me move those guys up. Let's grab some Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. You don't have to identify with a twin flame connection. What we do have here is a soulmate bond between you and someone that you're thinking about for this reading, Scorpio. So if things are stuck right now, I don't feel that it's going to be stuck for long. I really feel here my divine feminines just need a little bit more time to process what's going on here. All right, let's see what tarot can bring forward in this reading for you, Scorpio. Look at that divine masculine emperor energy. 2 cards of divine masculine. He's all over this reading because he wants the divine feminine. He's making his presence known. He wants this. Look at the next card. We've got the Lovers card, okay? And in traditional tarot, it does represent Gemini energy for some of you guys. And we have a soulmate bond that's represented there. And if you look at this card, it does say twin flame connection. Hope you could see that. Twin flame connection on the bottom there. So some of you guys who resonate more with the twin flame bond, it's being represented here. Part of that Lovers card is the need for a decision that needs to be made here in regards to this love connection. It is a deep spiritual bond, very deep attraction between 2 people. Whether you guys are just friends, whether you guys have already been intimate and then became friends, however way, whatever order that presented itself in your connection, you guys are very attracted to each other. There's also this pretty intense sexual energy between the 2 of you guys. Whether you've been intimate already or not, it doesn't really matter. That sexual draw towards each other, it's there, it's present. You know, when you guys are connecting and you guys are face to face, it's almost like you can't stop touching them, you can't stop looking at them, you just want to kiss them, hug them, make love, whatever the case. You know, it's that type of passion that you just feel towards that connection with this person. The next card we have is the Hangman, which, sorry for this glare, guys. It says new perspective on the bottom, followed by the 9 of Cups, satisfaction and wish fulfillment. I love that. The Hangman offers a new perspective, and I feel here that that's exactly what my divine feminines are in need of at this time. The Hangman taps into water energy, so Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Scorpio, that's your own energy coming through here. It's tapping into suspension, things in our life that we need to surrender, letting go of things that no longer serve us, having faith, welcoming in this new perspective and enlightenment that's being offered to us. And for those of you guys who are resonating with that despair card, that heavy energy, just know that things are ultimately going to improve and get better in your life. And things will be lifted. Your burdens will be lifted. Whatever it is that you're going through right now, whether it is depression, whether it is anxiety, whether it is challenges or obstacles that may or may not have anything to do with love or romance, just know that you're going to get through it. Turbulent times come to an end whenever the Hangman presents itself. And if it comes down to a decision that needs to be made, at the end of the day, with that Lovers card, there's a decision that needs to be made in regard to love and romance, certainly. And peace of mind from the Hangman is offered once you make that decision. And it doesn't even have to just do with love and romance or relationships. It could be other parts of your life too, Scorpio, where you feel that maybe you've been a little bit hesitant to make a decision in other areas of your life that are being challenged right now. And just know that once you decide for yourself what it is that you want to do, it brings you peace. It puts you in a much more peaceful, more tranquil way of being and of thinking. But there is that need to release what no longer serves you, that as well as part of that hangman energy, so that you can make more room to receive, whether that is love and romance, whether that is increased income at your job, whether that is different opportunities that you're looking for. Whatever the case may be, you got to release what is no longer serving you to make more room to bring in better things in your life. The hangman offers healing once you leave the past behind. And for those of you, especially my divine feminines who are resonating with that, perhaps what's weighing you down here is the past. People that have hurt you in the past. Don't carry that baggage forward into the present. Let it go. And the hangman, along with that new perspective, offers you the opportunity to resolve whatever is weighing you down, whatever problems you're dealing with. You can resolve it. And then we've got the Nine of Cups. More water energy, more Scorpio presence here, as well as Cancer and Pisces. This is a wish come true. Wish fulfillment. Finally coming to a place in your life, Scorpio, where you are satisfied with how things are going in your life. We've got the Queen of Swords right after that. So some of you need to cut things out of your life, again, that no longer belong there. Swords, air energy. Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. For my divine feminines, especially, if you feel the need to cut people out, experiences, baggage, whatever it is that you're holding on to, grab a hold of that sword and just cut it out. Be sharp, be assertive. You got this. And some of you guys are in this space of the Five of Pentacles. That is earth energy. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This particular card reads isolated and alone, which I feel here for some of my divine feminines is where you're at currently. And it's a heavy energy for sure, but you can heal from that. You can eventually move away from that type of vibration. You can't rush yourself into moving beyond that, though. You got to take your time and heal. But yeah, that Five of Pentacles, that is earth energy, and that was one of the focus messages that came through. Earth sign with that stable energy from Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Wow, lots going on here, Scorpio. All right, let's add some romance angels to this, and let's see what else needs to come through for you for the first half of November. So angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. What else do we need to know? Especially in regard to love and romance. Bring it forward for Scorpio, please. Yes, it is worth waiting for, guys. It's so worth waiting for. For some of you, it represents a soulmate connection. For some of you, it's a twin flame connection. Look at this next card, heart-to-heart conversations. I really feel here that by just sitting down and talking to each other about how you both are feeling, you guys can resolve a whole lot of issues going on here. This is the type of love connection where divine timing is at play here. It's going to happen when it's meant to happen. It can't be rushed. And when it happens, ultimately, that's going to bring balance into the situation, because both my divine masculine and divine feminine will be on the same wavelength, the same page. This is the next card. Keep an open mind. This particular card reads, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So for some of you, the person that you're thinking about for this reading, Scorpio, is unlike anybody else that you've ever dated or were interested in before. They might have different features from what you're normally attracted to. They could be of a different ethnicity, a different background, just overall different. But they're coming forward as your soulmate for some of you guys, or a twin flame. The next card after that is very soon. So there's our decision card coming through. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And here's our decision card with that Lover's card. Somebody needs to make a decision to get things moving here. And I feel here that it kind of falls on my divine feminine to get the ball rolling, to start communication here. Since we do have that communication card focusing on the throat chakra area, a blockage in communication, because I feel here that my divine feminine really is not ready to start talking yet, but it's eventual. You know, we've got that 9 of Cups of wish fulfillment. I feel here that you guys can make your wishes come true, fill each other's cups of love, and be happy. Card after very soon is express your love, and I feel that that's what's needed here. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Somebody needs to take that first step and just do it. And I feel here that my divine masculine is more than willing to extend himself and express what's in his heart, but the timing has to be right. Because I feel here with expressing one's feelings to somebody who's not ready to hear it, it could create an imbalance that I feel is already present here. So it needs to be done at the right time. Right place, right time. All right, so let's add to this, Scorpio, with some Fire Witch Tarot, Infinity Oracle. For Scorpio, please, angels and spirit guides. What else do we need to know for this Scorpio reading for the first half of November? What else do we need to know for this reading, please? For my Scorpios, angels and spirit guides, please bring it forward. Please bring it forward for Scorpio. Sweet indulgence. Somebody could have a sweet tooth. And also sweet indulgence for me is just somebody that you love spending time with, where it's almost like an addiction because you're so into that person. Very sweet element to it. And I feel here for those of you that are in tune with this divine union card, you know, I mean, look at the energy coming forward from that card. These are two people that just gravitate towards each other. So I feel here my divine feminine just needs a little bit more time. Just a little bit more time. And those sweet words will be exchanged in no time, I feel. Let's grab another one. What else, please, for Scorpio for the first half of November? Angels and spirit guides. The unknown. Sometimes the unknown can be scary because we don't know what's coming for us, you know, by way of the future and the direction that our relationships especially can go. But that's where that leap of faith comes into play. You know, you got to just trust that you're on the right path and go for it. You know, it's actually coming forward as something that's worth waiting for. It just needs that first initial step to open up lines of communication so you guys can start talking once again about how you guys are feeling and the direction that you ultimately want to take this. I want to grab some messages from the Hidden Truth Oracle. This is a brand new deck for me. It's by All Things Intuitive. So let's take a look and see what words, thoughts, and feelings come to mind. Let's grab one first for the Divine Masculine, and what words need to come through here from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. What needs to be expressed here? And as this card is titled, it's the Hidden Truth. These are words more than likely that are hidden right now, especially for those of you who are in separation or a Divine Masculine who's just not being given the opportunity to express himself fully, especially if I have a Divine Feminine who's not ready to hear these words. So let's take a look. For my Scorpios, please, for Divine Masculine. Interesting. I couldn't let you get close to me. So perhaps part of what's coming through here is that there was a time when it was actually my Divine Masculine who was a little bit standoffish. But I feel here that he's progressed from that. You know, he wants this relationship. He's ready to take off and go. And perhaps that's why we've got this longing energy here, because it is the Divine Masculine who created the distance here initially, and perhaps he regrets that. And I've got a Divine Feminine here who is in that seat of despair. And it couldn't be my Divine Masculine who put her there. You know, I couldn't let you get close to me. But I feel that that's past energy. Let's grab another one. What else, please, from the Divine Masculine? Ooh, see? I want to be more than friends. I knew it. You know, because we've got friendship right here. That's not what he wants, okay? He wants intimacy. He wants to be able to connect on this soulmate or twin flame connection. It's not friendship that he's looking for. All right, so let's grab some messages for the Divine Feminine now. Let's see what my Divine Feminine needs to express here to the Divine Masculine. The Hidden Truth. Focusing on Divine Feminine energy. Angels and Spirit Guides for Scorpio. Look at that. I love you unconditionally. This is so interesting how this is the bottom of the deck. I wonder if you are happy without me. No, he's not. So there's clearly love here between the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. But there's a reason why some of you guys are in separation. That needs to be addressed. Nothing like a good old-fashioned conversation can't fix. Decisions have to be made here. And I really feel here that this is just a temporary energy that I'm feeling, that you guys are in separation or just kind of stuck in this friendship mode. Because I feel here my Divine Masculine really definitely wants to be more than friends. And I've got a Divine Feminine saying that I love you unconditionally. So the love is there in the Divine Feminine's heart for sure. But I feel that there's a reason for this blockage in communication. And eventually things are going to shift and change and allow you guys to progress this relationship forward and fulfill each other's wishes and just be together and love each other. Enjoy those intimate moments with one another. I see it happening. I really do. It's eventually going to head in that direction, I feel. Just needs a little bit more time. Just a little bit more time, Scorpio. All right, guys, let's add to this with some Lover's Oracle. And let's see what else needs to be communicated here. Angels and Spirit Guides for Scorpio, please, for the first half of November. Please bring it forward for me. I'm going to grab this bottom of the deck. Look at this. We've got forgiveness. This card reads, stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So for those of you who are in separation or have had arguments and you guys are not talking, I really feel here by opening up lines of communication, having those heart-to-heart conversations, and allowing the forgiveness to come in, this is going to bring about the healing that is needed in this connection so that you guys can finally be together and enjoy each other's connection with each other. The other card coming forward for you, Scorpio, is trust. This card reads, transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Yeah, because when you accept things, you're no longer fighting it. And it puts you energetically into a better space, opening you up to new possibilities of what can happen here. Trust and forgiveness. Wow. All right, so let's close out your reading, Scorpio, with some final messages from the angels. So angels and spirit guides, some final thoughts for Scorpio, please. For the first half of November, please bring it forward. All right. Let's take a look and see some final thoughts for my Scorpios, please. Whoa, that went flying. What do we have? Angel Celeste. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. So for whoever is resonating with this particular message, if you're looking to move, it's blessing your new home. Bottom of the deck is Angel Rochelle. As you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. Both beautiful messages here, guys. So not only are you, I feel, going to create movement in your relationship, your romantic connections here, which I feel once you guys overcome whatever obstacles are standing in your way, it's going to be very special when you reconnect with this person. And for those of you who are looking to move residences and finding a new place to live, that's being blessed as well. For those who might be struggling financially at this time, prosperity is coming in for you. So hang tight, possibly the first half of November for some of you guys looking to move and looking into possibilities for earning more money. That potential is coming through here. So that's fantastic, guys. All right, I was going to end it there, but I feel like grabbing some healing messages here. So let's do that before I officially close out this reading, because I feel that we need to grab some healing messages for you, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my Scorpios, some healing messages to close out this reading. Please bring it forward for my Scorpios. For the first half of November, please. Healing messages for Scorpio. Spiritual growth. Interesting, because we have trust here. You know, tapping into your faith, what it is that you believe in, letting go of any negativity and things that no longer serve a purpose in your life. You're blessed, and you have to recognize that blessing and what's surrounding you. And I think it's so interesting how this is the bottom of the deck. We've got another focus card coming through here. Look at this, followed by answered prayer. Scorpio, you guys are going to be okay. Okay, we've got two focus messages here. So whatever it is in your life that you feel you need to throw your energies towards, whatever it is that you want to manifest changes in, you can have that. Focus on what it is that you want to manifest. What is it that you're praying about? Your prayers have been heard. Your wishes will be granted. Wow. So some pretty amazing messages that have come through here for you, Scorpio. So I'm going to leave it right there, guys. However way this plays itself out in your life, I truly hope that it offered you some messages that you could use for the first half of November. And if you're interested in your own private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And I will be back soon, guys, with more readings. In the meantime, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.